BehatiLife YouTube channel. Today we're going to be diving deeply into the energies that are going to be shaping us this week, a week that is going to be wild when it comes to revelations and healing and truths that are meant to shake you free from the illusions that you've been carrying for far too long. And chances are you're already feeling this energy. So right now, the moon is traveling through Virgo. It's going to be tuning our emotional bodies into a frequency of discernment and practicality and refinement. Now, Virgo moons draw our attention to what needs tending to, what needs cleansing and purifying us from within and around us. So you may start to notice a need to edit your routines, your spaces, your words, and even your relationships, which can be tough. The shadow aspect of Virgo is criticism and perfectionism, but its gift is devotion to truth, health, and sacred service. So ask yourself today, what in my daily life am I being called to realign with integrity and grace? I love that question for us. Now, this Virgo moon is deeply supported by Mercury, which is Virgo's ruler, and it's now moving boldly through the sign of Leo after entering in the sign on June 26. Mercury in Leo is fiery, it's creative, it's expressive, and where Mercury in Cancer whispered to us to read between the lines, Mercury in Leo speaks in declarations. It's confident, it's unafraid to take up space, it's dramatic in its storytelling, and it anchors us deeply into our heart's truth. So collectively, you're going to notice people sharing their ideas more boldly. You yourself are going to feel called to advocate for others or for yourself, or you're going to experience clashes of ego in conversation if that confidence is rooted in insecurity rather than being grounded in love. So this week, Mercury is activated by some powerful aspects. First, it forms a trine to Neptune, who is now moving through Aries. This is so important to note because Neptune in Aries is this new frequency that we're all learning to integrate with. Neptune dissolves while Aries asserts. It creates this ethereal fire, a spiritual warrior-like energy. And Mercury trining with Neptune and Aries brings a fusion of inspired communication with visionary leadership. It's this portal to speak from your intuition and your imagination with bold conviction. So you may receive flashes of insight that guide you into this courageous spiritual action. This is not about dreamy, dissolving Neptune that we knew in Pisces. This is Neptune in Aries, reminding us that intuition requires brave embodiment. So listen to the whispers within and let them become steps rather than just beautiful thoughts that are floating away into the ethers. Simultaneously, Mercury is forming a trine with Saturn, who is currently moving through Aries as well, which is a doozy. Saturn in Aries calls us to be disciplined and have to be courageous and to initiate independence. Mercury trine Saturn stabilizes your ideas, giving them weight and practicality. It's an excellent time to plan and strategize long-term projects and have mature conversations that require responsibility and speak with grounded authority. If you've been holding back from setting boundaries or sharing your vision professionally or intimately, this aspect gives you this grounded confidence to do so with clarity as well as conviction. Layered within these is a blessing, a shadow portal. Mercury is also forming a conjunction with Pluto retrograde. Now, Pluto digs so deep, it unearths these truths that we have buried within ourselves and our relationships. Mercury conjunct Pluto retrograde brings this intense mental process. It's penetrating, it changes your perception. It reveals what has been hidden. So secrets may rise to the surface as well as intentions. You may find yourself thinking obsessively about something or someone. You may feel haunted by old wounds or past words spoken, but this is an invitation to excavate the psyche, to observe where your thoughts hold power over you, and to speak from a place of shadow integration rather than reactivity. Now, in relationships, this can manifest as power struggles. It can be manipulative. Their communication may be wonky. It may bring in honest truth-telling that liberates everyone involved, which could also be tough. All of this weaves into this larger undercurrent of Neptune preparing to go retrograde on July 4th. And as Neptune stations retrograde in Aries, illusions dissolve specifically around where we have been avoiding our true spiritual leadership, our authenticity, and the path that requires our bravery the most right now. Now, this retrograde begins a path of spiritual recalibration where clarity cuts through denial and confusion or avoidance. It may feel intense at first, especially if you've been projecting fantasies onto your relationships, into your mission, or the identities that you've been clinging to this entire time out of fear. But clarity is mercy. It frees you to build your life from truth rather than fantasy. It's a lot to process, but you've got this. This week is so sacred. It's the dance between vision and reality, and dreams and your discipline, truth and illusion, vulnerability as well as authority. You are invited to clean and refine with the Virgo Moon, to speak boldly with Mercury and Leo, to channel that divine insight through Mercury Trine Neptune and Aries, to ground your plans further with Mercury Trine Saturn, and unearth any type of buried truths with Mercury Conjunct Pluto Retrograde. And as Neptune stations retrograde, prepare to see clearly what you have been avoiding and where you have been avoiding. My guidance to you is to stay rooted in compassion and clarity. Do not fear these truths that arise. Let them liberate you. Organize your space, your mind, your relationships, your rituals to anchor these downloads even further. Write your visions into plans. Speak your prayers out loud. Trust what is being revealed. I love every single one of you so deeply. I'm hoping that these currents are guiding you back to your home and this life that it is that you were here to create. If this resonated, I want to invite you to like, comment, share, subscribe to support your energy of the sacred space that is that we have here. Feel free to share how these transits are manifesting in your life right now. I love reading you guys' stories. Also, I am right on the verge, July 1st, we are going to be starting the manifestation course of miracles with me. I can't wait. I just sent half of the email out to my collective Behati Love Notes. And for those of you guys that subscribe to that manifestation course, you'll be able to join in. The links for that will be down below. It's going to be daily tarot promptings, as well as journal entries, as well as just unpacking our shadow selves, which is so important and so divinely timed with everything that's going on with the planets today. So the links for that will be down below. Again, I'm sending you guys all of my love. Thank you so much for being a part of my community here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.